so if you want to know, this is the eastern part. However, if you want to go to the eastern part, you gotta get past this guy. Whoa, hold up now, you're an outsider! Past this point is the Serp of Ishnael, head of the Robos. It's 10 coins to pass through. You try to pass without paying, and I'm afraid I'll have to whip you, but good. Okay, so you can pay 10 coins, or you can do it the fun way. What? You gotta be kidding me! You think you can fight your way through here? I'm gonna make you eat your words, tough guy. Let's get this party started. Alright, very well then. Okay, so this is Gus. I did hold off on fighting him much earlier. You can actually fight him as early as basically immediately. But if you did that, it would not have been worth it. Because there's no benefit in doing it. You can't, even if you have access to the east side, there's literally nothing you could do. So it's just straight up pointless to try and fight him as early as you can, other than just get early EXP that wouldn't benefit you that much anyway. But yeah, so Gus, 20 HP, 3 attack power, and he has, he can do a few different moves. He can charge at you with the spear dash, and he can also throw spears like this. Oh, okay. I was trying to super guard that, but that also works too. Also, I wasn't sure why I used charge, but I guess now that means that this move is going to be even stronger. Kablamo! Oh man, look how powerful that power smash is, and look how much powerful I am. This fight's real easy at this level, because, I mean, the recommended strategy for Gus is to fight him at level, or is to fight him basically after Chapter 1. Okay, so now I'm dizzy, so this is actually bad. Okay, please don't. Okay, good. Don't miss, though. Yeah, you can sometimes miss, even if you actually do attack, which is bad. Alright, so now I'm going to demonstrate Fiery Jinx. So Fiery Jinx looks something along like this. Boom! And normally if you're fighting a party of enemies, then it actually, and normally when you're fighting a party of enemies, it actually hits all enemies, including the ones in the air, and it negates defense as well. So it's a really good move. And I like it, especially for the crazy defense enemies. You dumb video game heroes always pull this off. It's ridiculous! You think violence solves everything, don't you? Don't you? And now we have access to the east side, permanently. Okay, so, it's locked. Well, isn't that just wonderful? Also over here is a huge side quest place known as the Trouble Center, and you get troubles that are requested there every chapter. I am not going to worry about the Trouble Center right now. I'm gonna wait until we have like all of them available, so that way I can do all of them all at once. So in this house, this is where you normally find out about Don Piazza. You just pay this guy a bunch of coins, and he tells you about how to get to Don Piazza. Again, not worth it, especially if you already know it. All right, so yeah, if you use the paper ability, then you can go behind a couple of the houses. And then if you use Huff, then you can actually grab this Shine Sprite over here. So now we actually have enough to upgrade another partner, if we can even get another partner at this point, because now I'm back at 3 Shine Sprites. So I'm actually going to head my way back out through this side now. Alright, so then also with Huff, you can actually go up over here, and you can actually go up on the rooftops by going behind these places. If you actually go over here, then you're gonna assault a star piece. Also, you can go behind behind these boxes, and then this is another way to get that Shine Spray. And then back on the rooftop, we just want to head up to the roof, and then also if you go up over here, then you can get yourself another Shine Sprite. That leaves those 4. And then you can also fall behind this house, and you'll be taken to I believe the back side of like where Darkly is. Also, what is this? Good afternoon to you, sir. I am called Grifty, the traveling minstrel. I spend my days here in leisure spinning tales that spin the senses. I know but a few of the stories that surround the town of Rogueport. If you like, I can share them with you, but it'll require just a few coins. Then I am not interested. Oh, maybe I am interested. Eventually. It's not super important, but if you go behind the chimney here, and you get to the star base, you'll know that. If you went behind the houses, you might have seen it briefly. Okay, so here's a place that you can actually use the rolling move, and oh! What do you blokes want? Admiral Bobbery? I haven't the faintest idea what you're talking about. Now, if you please. Drop the axe, Super Stash. We already found out that you're Admiral Bobbery. What poppycock? Tell me, what would you want with me if I were this chap? You say your ship needs a navigator and you want me to do the job, hmm? So sorry, but you'll have to look elsewhere. I shall set sail upon the sea nevermore. But that's just not cool. You want to see me beg or something? Is that it? You have to come along. Only you can get us safely to Keelhaul Key. Awfully sorry, dear fellows, but when I say no, what I mean is no. Now away with you! Well, at least you're nice enough to let me up to your front door instead of through the chimney and pretend I'm Santa Claus. But yeah, so if you go in his room and you get yourself another shine spray. What's the next move, Chief? This salty dude is going nowhere fast. I can't figure this guy out. What's his beef with the ocean anyway? You know what we ought to do? Go find someone who knows what this dude's deal is. Well, I mean, we did talk to somebody who knows him, so maybe he must know what's going on with him, right? So something else that you can do here in Rogueport is if you go to the west side, then you go into this house, and as you can see, if you kind of pay attention right here, there is a spot where you can roll into. And then look at that. Now we're in the back of a couple of these houses, and you can get yourself a shine sprite right there. It's actually really awesome. And then if you roll into that space, then all of a sudden you come out from that guy's drawer, and then you get taken out from that other house. Isn't that awesome? Alright, so I should probably show what Art Attack looks like. Here we go. So basically what you do is you want to draw circles. Boom! 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 Oh, shoot. Yes, and if you get an excellent, you maximize the amount of damage that you do on the damage output on enemies. And it can be a really powerful move. And it's one of the moves that can make fighting Amazy Daisies a little bit easier if you're really dedicated into defeating an Amazy Daisy in Twilight Trail. So, what do you know about Bobbery other than the fact that you know him? So you say Bobbery won't go to sea, huh? Well, can't say that surprises me. The real question is, are you folks really sure you want Bobbery back on the water? Oh, is that it? Now I see. You want to mount an expedition to Keelhaul Key. Rough seas out there. Most sailors would meet their ends. Not old Bobbery, though. The fact of the matter is, Admiral Bobbery's tale is sad. Horribly sad, actually. You'll probably end up crying, but I'll tell it to you if you really want me to. Please do. I can take you. I hate sad stories. Okay, well, I'm not really a fan of sad stories, but let's hear it. In that case, get ready. Bobbery's tale of woe goes something like this. Bobbery was once married. He had a wife of enduring beauty named Scarlet. The two of them were madly in love. This sort of love was reserved for fairy tales. Now, Bobbery was a renowned sailor, so he was away from home for long periods. Scarlet never complained, though, and always waited faithfully for Bobbery's return. And Bobbery, his eye never drifted. He loved only Scarlet, truly and deeply. So they lived and found happiness where they could, and all was good for a time. But not all good things can last. It was a particularly icy winter when it happened. Scarlet fell ill. A virus? A passing cold? No one knew. But it soon turned serious. Bobbery at sea on a long, lonely voyage knew nothing of his bride's suffering. By the time he returned, Scarlet had succumbed. She was gone. Bobbery, of course, blamed himself. My loving wife perished because of me. If I were not at sea, I could have nursed her to health. I could have saved her. He was overcome with such thoughts. They tormented him, always haunting his sleep. He was never gone out to sea since. What a downer. I guess that's a pretty good reason for hating the ocean. You all know his tale now, so tell me, do you still want him to return to the sea? Yes, we have no choice, or no, we suffer none. I mean, I want to say yes, but we have no choice after that is kind of rough. But I do also want to say no at the same time, because I do understand where he's coming from, though. But yeah. I understand. If you're that determined, I'll give you this. The letter Scarlet wrote to Bobbery? On her deathbed, Scarlet wrote Bobbery a final letter. You hold it in your hands. I don't know what's written inside, but I can tell you what she told me as she lay dying. Oh, so you witnessed this, okay. If I should succumb to this plague, and if my love should blame himself for my death, then give this letter to him so he may hear my voice. It was her last request. But when I saw Bobbery in misery, trying to forget the pain as he mourned his wife, I just couldn't bring myself to present this letter to him. Yeah. I mean, I understand. Thanks a ton, we'll deliver this thing. You feel better, okay? Let's roll, Gonzalez. Yeah. I do get where I do understand. So you can't help but like really feel for them, you know? Alright, in the meantime... What? Oh, by Blabberton's beard. Not you again. No matter how many times you entreat me, my stance is firm. Now away with you. Pardon? A letter, you say? For me? What? Scarlet! This is Scarlet's handwriting! Scarlet, my love. My love, if you're reading this letter, then I am no longer by your side. Because fate has stepped between us, I have decided to write you this letter. If you're reading this, I must have passed away while you were out at sea. I can only assume that you will blame yourself for it, my sweet Bobbery. Although my life was short, you gave me more than a lifetime's worth of joy. Though you will mourn, I beg that you will remember that time like love is a tide. You are one with the sea, as you are one with me. Do not lose both your life's loves. Time, like love is a tide. You are one with the sea, as you are one with me. 1,000 pardons, but may I have a moment alone, if you please? Yes, my love. I was happy. My sweet, sweet Scarlet. I love you still. Now then, you were looking for a navigator, I believe. Bound for Keelhaul Key? Hey! If you think an old sea bomb like me is what you need, then let's shove off. Hey! Admiral Bobbery, yes! The ship's in the harbor, I must inspect her before we leave. I shall meet you there. Alright then. So we finally have him. But still, I feel bad for kind of forcing this upon him, though. Because, I don't know, if you wish to not be at sea again, then, you know, you gotta respect that. But, I don't know. What's done is already done, I suppose. Dang, I thought you were gonna say something interesting after I talked with Bobbery, but I guess not. Dang. Okay, so, before we actually end the video, there is actually a couple things that I do want to do before actually doing the next chapter. So the first things first is I do want to show off, I did say that I wanted to save the Trouble Center for basically a separate video to when I have access to all of them because it'd be much easier for me to cover all the side quests all at once anyway. But there are two very specific troubles that I want to take care of. So let's do it. So is this your first time to the Trouble Center? And I'll explain how our service works. Listen up good. This Trouble Center is where people come up with troubles. That's why it's named that. If you want to see what kind of troubles people have here, check the bulletin board. If you're a nice guy, you'll choose someone and try to help them out. If not, not. Help someone out and they'll give you a reward. Probably. Not a bad deal. Remember, if you decide not to solve a trouble, you have to pay to cancel. Okay? So yeah, it's completely optional, but some of these are really useful. So, as you can see, I have a lot of troubles access to us, because, these are unlocked, some of them are unlocked, basically after you complete the first chapter. If you come in here immediately, before even completing chapter 1, you have no troubles at all. So, there are two very specific ones that I want to do, and then I'll save the rest of these in another video. First off, one of them is seeking a legendary book. I want you to find a legendary cookbook for me. It's in a pretty scary place, so there's no way an old gal like me could get it alone. Please come to my house in Rogueport Square for details. Alright, so we're gonna do Zesty's Trouble. As you know, Zesty is the one who makes the recipes for us, and now, you actually... This is so specific. I don't know why. I don't know why I can't just give it to her. But you actually have to accept her trouble requests in order for this to work. I don't know why. It's really important. So listen up, Mr. Klutz. Ages ago, there was this great legendary chef named Matcha Delish. Rumor has it you instantly become a better chef by reading his book. I don't know if that's how that works. Unfortunately, it's an old book that's hard to find. Stores don't carry it. But I've recently heard that someone who used to live in Creepy Steeple had a copy. So Dupless had a copy? There are many secret rooms in Creepy Steeple, so it's moldering there somewhere. I just have to get my hands on it, that book, and read it. Help me out, Stumblebum. Okay, well, stop with the stumble and stomp jokes. Man, it gets old. That's it! That's the book by Matcha Delish! Give it here, quick! I see! Aha! And then she starts cooking. I've got it now! Just glaze a mushroom with honey syrup for a yummy honey shroom. Brilliant! Now I can use recipes that require 2 ingredients. So this is how you're going to get a large majority of your recipes completed if you intend on completing the recipe list in the game. So all you gotta do is just mess with different ingredients. Now if you get the wrong type of ingredients, then you'll get a mistake, which is bad. You don't want a mistake. Next one is elusive badge. I'm after an elusive badge. Must explain in person. Meet me on the roof of Zesty's house in Rogueport Square. This post is anonymous. This may be dangerous. Want to take on this trouble? Sure. Do it and do it right. So, if you go upstairs through the inn, and then, as you can see, oh, hello. Hi, Mr. Mustache Cutie. I'm the one with the trouble. I'm a pretty lucky girl to have a strapping fellow like you take on my trouble. Well, let me get right to it, okay? I've done all I can to find this one elusive badge, but I failed at every turn. This badge is hidden in Hooktail's lair. Of that much, I'm sure. I went to check that room after I heard you defeated Hooktail, but nothing! I did hear rumors that to find this badge, one has to use the wind. I have no idea what that means, though. Anyway, look for it, okay, sweetie? Oh, dang, I gotta go all the way there. So, while I'm in Hooktail's castle, you can actually ground pound inside this cage, right by where Colorado's father's bones are at, and you'll get yourself a star piece. Also, something I should show off is if you go, if you jump down this way, and then use the paper ability, and then you get yourself a live stream over here. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are here at the very top of Hooktail's castle. So, Miss Mouse said that we need to find... It's somewhere in Hooktail's room where we last defeated Hooktail, right? Oh! Wow, that's really hidden. Elusive badge. Let's get out of here. Alright, so... That face, does it mean you found the badge? Indeed it does. Well, this is certainly the badge that I was looking for. Oh my, yes. Now my sweet. Promise to hear me out without getting mad. You see, I was the one who hid that badge. Oh, so you knew? And you pretended to say that all is impossible to find. But I knew you would find it, my handsome cheese hunk. But you may have even more badge finding skill than I do. I just thought of something. Perhaps I should just travel with you from now on. Whoa! Because I'm sure to find lots of badges that way, don't you think? Now about that reward, let's see. Take this badge that you managed to find, but I expect you to lead me to more. Okay, and so this badge allows you to change the sound effects to like mouse sounds. Oh man. Yep. So now we have Miss Mouse. Miss Mouse is a completely optional partner. You do not need her for anything in order to go through this game at all. Basically, her ability is that she will detect hidden treasure that are nearby. So it's great for like if you want to find like star pieces or anything of sorts that you might have missed as you were exploring around. If you know where they are, then then the ability comes out as useless. Or if you don't care about finding any hidden treasures, then it comes off as useless. Also, in battle, at the risk of being called a Miss Mouse hater, and I'm really not, I don't use her in battle, like, basically at all. But I guess since we have Miss Mouse as our new partner, I may as well use the shine sprites that I got to pretty much upgrade her right away. So let's go ahead and do it, and we're going to go ahead and teach her a new move. Okay, so Miss Mouse's moveset is Love Slap, Kiss Thief, and Tease. So let's start off with Love Slap, and I guess it pierces through the fence. Okay. Oh. And I guess, according to the description, it pierces through the fence, so I guess if you like those types of moves, then she's actually pretty decent in battle. Again, I've never really used Miss Mouse, like, literally ever in battle, so this is some new experiment for me. Her other move is Kiss Thief. Here we go. And so you can steal coins, items, or even badges with that move. And then the final move to show up is Tease. Here we go. Oh. And then it makes the enemies dizzy, which means they have a chance of attacking their partners, they have a chance to miss, or they can attack. Anyway. Okay, and so with that is going to be it for this episode of Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. And next time, we're going to be meeting with Bobbery over at the harbor in order to set sail to Keelhaul Key. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.